Don Skaggs with Empowered Inventing, the one place where we try to help you learn not just what to do, but how to do it, and why you should be doing it, which is sometimes one of the most important things. Now, if you've ever seen any of those TV, movie, or even just movie theater blockbusters, and there's probably been a million scenes like this where there's the countdown is happening and they don't know, should I cut the red wire or should I cut the blue wire? And so they almost cut the black wire, and it's a black wire or a red wire? Well, let's say red wire, blue wire, doesn't matter. Just pretend this is blue. Anyway, so they almost cut the blue one. At the last second they cut the red one, and the timer goes off, and there's a big emotional scene, and everything's all right, and the credits roll. After that, just real high tension, beads of sweat on their forehead. Should I cut the red wire or the blue wire? Thing is finally over, and it's all resolved, and the credits roll, and the popcorn box is empty, and so much for Hollywood. So, now, why am I saying that? Well, there's a real dilemma with inventors, a real should I cut the red wire or blue wire dilemma when you're faced with your invention. And that is that a lot of inventors are like, I don't know what to do next. Should I license? Should I turn this into a business? Should I sell some of these in the market and test it first and then go after a licensing agreement? Should I just go after a licensing agreement and not worry about that? Should I do this first or should I do that first? And a lot of times, because we're just, what do they call it? Analysis paralysis. They are so just, I don't know what to do, that they do nothing. And that can be the worst thing that you can do, is nothing. Any moment of decision, the best thing you can do is make the right decision. The next best thing is the wrong decision. The absolute worst thing you can do is nothing. And that was Teddy Roosevelt, I think, said that. So anyway, a lot of us we have this should I cut the red wire, should I cut the blue wire dilemma. And it's a lot of different things in the process. Should I go this way? Should I go that way? Now, one of the best ways, and there's a great old proverb that really speaks to this. It's in a multitude of counselors, there is safety. And that's very, very true if you think about it, because the more people you can talk to, good people now, not negative people, not people that's just going to pull you down. Don't hang around those kind of people. But I mean good people. You go to a lot of these inventor groups that are around the country, and there's literally 80 to 100 of us across the country. We have 2 here in Kentucky, Inventors Council in Louisville, 1 in Lexington. It's part of the Inventors Network Kentucky. And we do meetings and workshops every month here. There's a lot of places like us all across the country. You can actually go to inventleaders.org. I believe that's the right name. If not, email me and I'll send you the right link. But it's actually a listing of all of us. So it's some really, really good places. But hang around people that are like-minded. Hang around people who have done it. Hang around people who are good at this stuff. And don't call those crazy places that are just going to scam you. And there's a lot of those out there too. They're all over the place and all over the airwaves and on the internet. But go to good places where there are people who actually can do it and know how to do it and know how to help you and say, well, this really worked for me, or this really doesn't work at all, and they can point you in the right direction. So again, you get a lot of people that can tell you things, that can give you good vetted services and good vetted directions that maybe you wouldn't get any other way. And maybe they can kind of help guide you or help you to finally come to the conclusion and make that decision of what route are you going to take. And there's a lot of different ways. It's usually not a red wire or a blue wire. Sometimes it is like 14 different wires, and half of them are good. So you want to really, really try to be around other people. So you want to learn things. You want to gain, again, this goes back to that one important thing that we always really push here, and that is acquiring the wisdom first. There's 3 things you put in your invention. You put time, you put money, but you put this third very important thing that you have to have first, and that's wisdom. You gain wisdom in 2 different ways. One is mistakes that you make on your own. Sometimes you'll never acquire that kind of wisdom any better than if you make your own mistakes. You just don't want stuff blowing up if you cut the wrong wire. The other way is learning from other people who have made those mistakes, people who have been there. And again, that's why you get a lot of people. The more people you can talk to, the more people you can connect with, people are important, the better you will do. So don't have this dilemma of, should I cut the red wire? Should I cut the blue wire? And you sit there and you just let the clock just dial all the way down, or down to the last 3 seconds. Don't do that. Just learn from other people, people who already know which wire to cut and which wire to leave alone. So again, I'm Don Skaggs, and I will look to see you at the next meeting, workshop, class, or on the next video.